You want to add a dinosaur or other prehistoric creature to Community Park 10.0? Then in the comments below, let me know what dinosaur creature you'd like to add. Do you want to tell me what kind of enclosure you'd like to see in? And eventually I'll get round to adding it to the community park. Good morning, park managers. It's me, Jurassic World Biology, and today we have got a very nice, I'd say it is a very nice kind of enclosure design. As you can see, I've already started building the fence behind and trying to figure out its overall shape. But this comes from Smith Boy, who asked for a Utah Raptor within a cactus forest enclosure. So yeah, that's what we're going to go and do. And I had quite a bit of fun making this, sort of like, you'll see me go back and forth, like trying out different things, going like, do I like that? Do I not like that? How do I want it? And I did a fair bit of work to just going back and forth, seeing what I like and what I didn't like, as well as making this a nice little like oasis area, trying to get this like raised viewing area where we're going to decorate it with gardens and things like that, and also try and add like a little bit of like less flatness to the enclosure. As you may have noticed in a lot of my builds, I do like to keep it somewhat flat and not have it as like massively like overdone with hills. But this one I thought, you know what, we'll change it up. So I like on cactus areas, I quite like them raised because it does help with making them all look slightly different at different heights, levels and angles and things like this. And it was just overall a very aesthetically pleasing. This raised viewing area, the reason why I did this is because I did it with the Brachiosaurus and I actually really liked it, and I thought, how cool would it be to have it like almost feel like you're inside the enclosure, even though you're not. You're protected by all this fence and rockery and things like that. And it would just be kind of nice for the gardens and all that. I know that the guests won't actually go in there because there's actually nothing in there for them to go to, and they can't really see the dinosaurs from the path. But with a little bit of storytelling and a little bit of imagination, you can say that they can, and they go up there and have a really great time because they have like basically almost a 360-degree view of the enclosure from there, and have to be able to look down on the Utah Raptors. Obviously, this took a fair bit of time because of the amount of rocks I stick in there. I had a lot of desert rocks just so it's like the base layer, and we kind of know this is somewhat like a deserty enclosure. I had various bits of like bright white sand, and then placed a lot. And when I mean a lot, I placed a lot of cactus. We used the low-bearing cactus brush that you get on the Mediterranean brushes because it does look good, and it's definitely going to fill out the cactus forest areas for us and gives it more of like that kind of feel. Especially if you've never seen a cactus forest, I recommend Googling it. It's quite a spectacle. When you think deserts and cactus, you feel like there's one or two and it's complete deserts, and in some cases it is, but as a cactus forest, it is dense, it's full of different types of plants. It's a really nice like view. So that's what I was trying to capture with this enclosure, by not having it completely deserty but having it like very cactusy, using different cactuses, and also like I said, that low bearing cactus brush that you do get on the Mediterranean maps. Now as you can see, I decorated this a little bit. I kept it simple. I didn't go absolutely crazy with it. A few palm trees, a few plants here and there, a few different like fancy lights in the corners and in between the planters leading up to it. I didn't go down the hill because I know it would start looking a little bit ropey once I started going down that hill where it's going up to this raised area. But as well, I feel like Utah Raptor really do fit this kind of like foresty, like cactus forest, like sort of desert arenas, especially with like, I say arenas, I meant enclosures, but like especially with like some of the colorations you can get on the feathers. Honestly, this is probably one of most people's favorite raptors in the game for design, because just look at them. How beautiful are those? And as well, sometimes when you're going around there, like with your camera mode, it's somewhat difficult to see them. Like they kind of do blend in a little bit, especially if you're not paying attention. Because there was sometimes I was taking screenshots and I only had one Utah Raptor in it. I was like slightly looking through the bushes. Oh, I can see another Utah Raptor there, and it kind of blended in really well. Anyways, I've really enjoyed making this enclosure. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Remember to put down in the comments what you would like to add into the park, if it may be a dinosaur or various other prehistoric creature. And also don't forget to let me know what kind of enclosure you'd like to see them in. But as always, I've been Jurassic World Biology, and thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.